All right, so to get started in Google Drawings, first you're going to go to Canvas and you'll download your rough draft. This is if you don't already have a copy saved on your computer. So this is what it's going to look like when you go to Canvas. You're going to see the name of the file that you submitted for your rough draft and then a little arrow. Click the arrow and that will allow you to download it. Okay, so I'm going to go into my downloads right now and it's right here. You're going to open it. And then the thing that's really not the best is that Google Drawings does not accommodate PDFs, and more likely than not, your scanned image is going to be a PDF. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a screenshot of your drawing, okay? And then that is what you will upload into Google Drawings. So here we go. If you're on a PC, you're going to use the snipping tool. If you're on a Chromebook, you'll do a partial screenshot and save it. I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to do Command-Shift-4. And then I'm just going to capture this part of my image and it will save it. All right. Now I'm going to go into Google Drive. I'm going to create a new drawing. Once it loads, it's going a little slow. Again, we're going to wait for it to load just a little bit. And you're going to upload your image wherever it ended up. Now, the interesting thing, normally you would just trace it regularly, but with Google Drawings, you cannot control the layers. So that means as soon as you start to trace anything, it's going to cover up something else, most likely. So the trick to doing this and getting around it is you're actually going to copy your image and paste it again and have two images that you're working with at the same time for now. All right, so I'm going to zoom in. And the trick to this is you're going to trace on your left image and then move it over to your right. And you want to start with the farthest away, the most behind layer, so like this, and then move forward. So I would go through and do all of these before I trace my text. So I'm going to go ahead, you can pick between your curved lines or your straight lines. I'm going to go with curved and I'm going to zoom in so I can see a little better. And here we go. I'm going to start to trace this area. All right, and I'm going to pick a color that I want for it. And you're going to then move it over. And then this will ensure that you have it accurate. Like you'll just put it on top of your second one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my next one. So I'm just clicking to trace. And again, with this, the more zoomed in you are, the easier time you'll have in terms of it being accurate. All right, and I'll pick another color for this and then move it over. And then I would just repeat that with all of my pieces. And then when it's time for me to actually do my text, you can trace over it using the curved lines or the straight lines, or there's also this scribble. Now it only allows you to do basically like one scribble at a time, like one line's worth. And I'll just show you what that looks like. Sometimes it will think your scribble is an accident and then delete it for you, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and to the best of my ability, just trace over this handwriting text that I have. Okay, so that stayed, which is nice. You can change up the line weight, make it a little thicker. You can change the color. This looks nice to me, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over. And again, the reason why we have these two different images where you trace on one and then move it over is because of the layering. So as you can see right now, it's starting to cover up some of the other parts. I'm going to go ahead and work on getting the rest of this letter, or the letters. And I can take it and move it over. And you will just continue that until it looks good to you. Now, next class, we'll talk about what to do when you're finished with all of this on this side. And we'll also talk about how you can trace over a specific font that you want. All right.